We're recording. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. It's great to be back with you. I hope you are doing well. You can listen to me on Rumble and YouTube, and you can follow me on X. Please like, share, and subscribe because it does feed the AI algorithm. And lastly, please post your comments and questions below in the comment section. It would be great to hear from you. So let's jump right into this. Apparently, I didn't set it up. There you go. I had to pause it because apparently I didn't set up the article, and I probably could have paused everything and done it without you even noticing. But here we are. So this from Northern News Now, Minnesota last in nation for computer science education program pushing for change. It's the article's title. This is from December 7th, 2023. Sentenced here, only 28% of Minnesota high schools offer base level classes for computer science, nearly half of the national average. That's unfortunate. Especially now since there are, obviously there are a lot of jobs out, computer science jobs out in industry, jobs related to programming, software engineering. You can include AI and machine learning in those jobs. If you learn data science, software engineering, computer science, those jobs will naturally lead you into AI type jobs, machine learning type jobs. And AI and machine learning aren't just restricted to certain industries. There are some industries that are using a lot more AI and machine learning than other industries, but still that'll change over time. And so this article is by Madison Green, Hermantown, Minnesota, from Northern News Now. And here we go. Article starts after a new report found Minnesota ranked last in computer science education in the nation for the third straight year. A Northland school district is partnering with a new program pushing to change the curriculum. So this is something I've been wondering about. I think I've done close to 20 videos now. And one of the things I've been wondering, I've done one article. Well, I've read one article related to computer science. That was a while back. And I'll post that at the end of the video, so you can watch that as well. The video I'm referencing. But at that school, which I believe is in the northeastern part of the United States, they wanted to replace mathematics or math courses with computer science courses. And my question was, well, why don't you teach both? Right? They thought, well, you could learn math through computer science. And I'm being extremely charitable when I say that sentence. That's how I'm describing it. But that's not the case. They're different topics. They're different subjects, right? Different disciplines. And certainly you're going to use math in computer science type jobs. You'll use math. And of course, in jobs related to mathematics, computational type jobs, you're going to have to use computers and programming, but they are still different disciplines. So I've been wondering for a while, why hasn't computer science programming nationally become a part of the public school curriculum, especially when the demand is there in the market. There are plenty of jobs, and the number of jobs in industry are only going to increase as the years progress. So let's continue the article here. The Northern Lights Collaborative is an initiative out of the University of Minnesota established this year. They work with all grade levels from kindergarten to undergrads to increase computing science education. That's good. That's good that Minnesota's doing that. I don't know if I don't know how. Well, so according to this article, Minnesota's last, but I don't know how Minnesota compares to other states. They're the last, but like for example, what are the other states doing that Minnesota isn't doing? And then when they change this, is this going to be implemented across the state of Minnesota, or is it only going to be implemented in some school districts? Because once you start implementing computer science courses or programming courses, there's only so much time in a day. So you're going to have to take other classes out. And boy, I hope they don't take out math. So let's continue with the article here. They work with all grade levels from kindergarten to undergrads to increase computing science education. I guess I already read that. I do that sometimes. So let's continue here. Compared to the national average of 58%, only 28% of Minnesota high schools offer base level classes for computing science. Currently, there is no statewide policy regarding computing science education, but the Northern Lights Collaborative is working with the state to change that. It's good. That's positive. Probably the most positive thing I've read yet of all these articles. Like I've said in previous podcasts, previous shows, previous videos, this is kind of turning into an ethnography of math education in the United States and computer science as well. In the Northland, they partnered with Hermantown School District for a new program called Computer Science Pathways, a program Hermantown High School computer science teacher Mike Pothas believes is necessary. I would agree with Mike. The article quotes here from Pothas: the underrepresentation of just who is involved in computer science. When you see Minnesota ranking 50th, it's kind of a wake-up call. I don't know what he means by that. I would just say that, try to, when you implement this policy, try to get these courses to as many students in as many school districts as possible. Blanket the state with this policy. Pothas wants all students to have the opportunity for computing science education. Yeah, absolutely. Because there's only upside to this. This is only upside. By the way, this should have happened back in the 1970s. That's how late this is. This should have happened back in the 1970s. But we would live in a very different world right now. Very different. Because that's when computers started to become common, right? I mean, obviously not everyone had a computer, but that was the beginning of it. Computers destroyed a lot of jobs in industry, but they created more jobs than they destroyed, and that was a net positive for everyone. So the article continues here with a quote: a lot of those underrepresented groups, they just don't see themselves as a computer scientist, or they don't see other computer scientists that look like them. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm just, it's like embedded. It's become a part of the fabric of American culture, this group representation and stuff like that. Who cares? Who cares? Just get kids involved. It's simple. This isn't difficult. I mean, directionally, Pothas is correct, right? This should be all kids, but then he gets into this unrepresented groups thing, right? There are a lot of poor kids that come from a lot of backgrounds. I'm one of them. I don't want anybody to look at me because of the color of my skin and say, and I can't believe the video is turning into this. I didn't think this was going to go this direction. I don't want people to look at me and say, oh, well, because he's got a certain type of skin color, we don't have to worry about him. You're judging me by my skin color. You don't know anything about me. You know nothing about me. because of my skin color. That doesn't tell you jack squat about who I am. Am I wrong? Am I wrong for wanting every American kid to have access to this? I don't care what their skin color is. They were born here in the United States. And if they're going to a public school, they should have access to this. If the government wants to be useful, it'll do that. I don't care about this identitarian politics. It doesn't do anybody any good at the end of the day. You see what's happening at, what is it, MIT, Penn, and Harvard because of their racist presidents or bigoted presidents. Matter of fact, I think one just stepped down today. But you know, as an aside, who approved who approved them to be presidents of those respective schools? Because they hold the same beliefs that those presidents do. No organization puts a person in charge of everything who doesn't believe in the cause, who doesn't hold the philosophical views. That's not a thing. All right, so Pothos continues here in a quote. I'm sorry, that was an aside, but that's kind of like where this is going, right? I could see this going towards we're going to play favorites. This group is more disadvantaged, so these people should have more access. This is identitarian politics 101. All right, let's continue with the article. Pothos quotes, or they're quoting Pothos, Mike Pothos, but that's not the end of it all. So that's why we've tried to have students start at those younger grades so they can start to see, oh, I can do this. Yeah, for any kid. For any kid. Article continues here. The director of Northern Lights Collaborative, Jen Rosado, thinks exposing younger students will become basic teachings. Yeah, it should become a part of the basic curriculum. Should have 40 years ago. I guess should have, would have, couldn't, didn't, if I said that correctly. But either way, the educational system has a lot of catching up to do, especially with market demand, because the market demands these types of jobs. Article quotes here. We think of computer science as a critical new literacy that everyone should know a little bit about, said Rosado. And to continue Rosado's quote here. So if you think about science and wanting to understand the natural world around us and thinking about, today, how much of our lives are lived on a device. Well, it's not just a device. It's not just a device in your hand. It's all the technology around you, including your coffee maker. Your coffee maker needs embedded software to function. Who does that? People who studied, mostly, who studied computer science, software engineering, computer engineering. Those are the people, those are the practitioners who are writing software so that way you can get your coffee in the morning. So it's not just your handheld device, your cell phone. It's everything else around you. It's this microphone I'm talking into. It's the computer monitors that I'm looking at. It's your handheld device or the computer you're listening to right now, or you're using right now. It's the headset you're listening through if you're using a headset. I know I'm using a headset. So it permeates all around us. Software is everywhere. And that's ultimately where this goes with computer science. Right, build software. All right, so Mike Pothos agrees and believes he has seen the improvement. The article quote ends with a quote here. This year, it's been really exciting in my class to see almost half of my class are young women. Yeah, see, there we go. How How about you have a full class, but you're just excited to see a bunch of people in your class? Oh, it's women. Okay. Sorry. It's it's so bigoted. It's so bigoted, and people are so unaware of it. But maybe I'm starting to sound like a leftist myself because I'm accusing people of being bigots. There's always that concern. You let me know if I'm right. Post your comments, criticisms, questions in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. So Apophis continues with the quote here. We've done surveys like, why are you in the class? Okay. I would ask, what do you think? So my question would be, what do you think? How do you think computer science would change your life? That's the question I would ask. So probably never thought about it like that. I mean, that could be related to why are you in this class, but it has more to do with computer science. Hopefully, a couple of the students will say, "Oh, to make more money." That'd be you'd win the day for me. If you're in my class, you win the day. That's it. That's the comment of the day. So let's finish quote here. And most of them have said, because I learned about it in middle school, or I found an interest in elementary school. Oh, okay. Well, it's good that it's going as early as elementary school. Why not? And so, yeah, that looks like that's it. Sometimes I have to check because I forget, or I don't. But yeah. All right. So that's it for that one. I'm going to cut it off right here. Anyways, I wanted to bring this up just to let you know. I'll be looking into this more. I'll be posting more videos on computer science education as well in the United States. I'm guessing if I looked into electrical engineering and computer science courses in high school, I probably wouldn't see very much because it would just be focused on science and math. But I imagine there are a couple out there. But that's it. Thanks again for watching. Have a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are. And I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye for now.